the bats were certainly working in this one, but out of everybody, I'd say this man most deserves to be our top player of the game.
Well, he winds up with 3/4 of the cycle. Couldn't quite squeeze in the triple, but that's all right. Definitely did enough to earn himself the hardware.
You know, when you're playing in front of scouts and the Major League Baseball draft is just right around the corner, every good thing you can do helps. It's only a single right here, but I'm sure he's pretty happy about it. And he's one of those guys that really needs to impress here at the Topps Amateur Showcase to ensure that he goes in those early rounds of the draft.
Albert Fuentes, a right fielder from the West region. With the 18th pick in the first round, the Kansas City Royals select Ronnie Mad Dog, a first baseman from the Central region.
Okay, so as we make our way through the latter half of this first round, we see another highly valued prospect come off the board. What do you guys know about him, and what's your opinion on this selection?
Well, you know, I like this kid. I don't think he's quite the same level of talent that we've seen taken early on in this round, but I do believe he has a bright future ahead, and I think he fits nicely with his new organization's needs.
Yeah, and I agree that he might not be on the same level as the first couple of picks. But let me tell you, I think he's a little bit of a steal at this point in the first round. You guys, we all saw him at the Topps Amateur Showcase, and I thought he looked very promising, and I know you guys did too. I would not be surprised at all if he turns out to be one of those upper echelon Major League players down the road with a little bit more experience. Now, I'm sure he's excited to be a first-round pick, so I hope he takes just a little bit of time to enjoy this moment before he gets started on that professional career.
This one after being the organization's first pick in the most recent first-year player draft.
Yeah, there's a lot of excitement around him, Matt. He was targeted pretty heavily heading into the draft, and they made it clear they were very happy they got the opportunity to draft him. And you know, he's still got a long road ahead of him before he makes his big league debut, but I'm pretty confident he'll be an impact player when he gets there. Now, it's time to work hard and prove why he was worthy of being a first-round pick.
And this gets right through him, and that may be a run. Around third and being waved on home. And he'll score as well, and they've taken the lead here with that one. It's now a 6-4 ball game.
Boy, that's a tough time out there for your outfield to let you down. 2 runs are going to come in to score on the play, and that was just a total lack of concentration. That's embarrassing.
Base dugout as that thing nearly took out half the coaching staff.
Here you go in show motion. He puts a lot into this swing, and then on the follow-through, you see it just go whoop. That's why he always got there. I think he was. That's about as hard a hit ball as you're going to see, and he was right on that one.
A solo shot here to left as they will take the lead here. It's now a 5-4 ball game.
You just can't throw that pitch right there. That swing tells a story right there. I mean, he got all of that one. Remember, he homered in yesterday's ball game too, so he's riding a pretty good hot streak these past couple of days.
Matchup, let's get a look at our Bowman Prospect Spotlight. Ronnie Mad Dog is our subject, and he's coming off a very nice game in which he racked up 4 hits and just looked dialed in at the plate.
Yeah, anytime you get yourself 4 base knocks in a game, you're doing something right. He might have gotten a couple of gifts in terms of good pitches to hit, but, you know, it's not about the pitches you get, it's what you do without it. They're looking for specific pitches in specific locations. The advanced scouts, they've earned their pay in this one.
Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving, but gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Yeah, Matty, he definitely led the way. You'll see there, he turned in a 4-hit performance, and that definitely keyed his guys to the victory.
Ronnie Mad Dog is in the glow. He's coming off a very nice game in which he racked up 4 hits and just looked dialed in at the plate.
Yeah, anytime you get yourself 4 base knocks in a game, you're doing something right. You might have gotten a couple of gifts in terms of good pitches to hit,
A solo shot here to left as it's now a 2-0 ball game.
Yeah, that's the second home run they've hit off him in 2 innings here tonight. He's lucky the bases have been empty both times, or he could
There
really
just to get an out on the play, but meanwhile a run is in to score.
Well, you know all the infielders are taught to try and knock a ball down in that RBI situation. But here on the mound, I don't think he had any choice. This one comes back at him and gets him flush. By the time they all scramble around to find the ball, they have no chance.
So a 2-run shot to left center, home run number 5 on the year as they take the lead 4-3.
Pitch anyway, you better start that thing out of the zone and let it work its way back to the corner. Here, as you can see, he starts it on the corner, so you know what's going to happen. It's going to leak right back out over the home.
On naming this fellow right here as our top player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was tight throughout, but in the end, he really helped lead his guys to this victory.
Get a look at our Bowman prospect spotlight. Ronnie Mad Dog is in that spotlight as he enters this one, having carried his team offensively last time out. He drove in a bunch of runs and really looked dialed in with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, that was one of those games he won't forget for some time to come. He was at the plate in some really important situations, and man, did he pull through. I'd say he kind of single-handedly changed the course of the game, and although that performance will be a tough one to match in this one, I know his manager and teammates are hoping he's got some more magic left in that bat.
All right, pregame festivities are wrapping up. Steal the
Time for
base.
Hindsight's always 20/20, and I know you want to avoid the double play. But this late in the ball game, I like my chances a lot better if I have the tying run at the plate.
Is going to clear the wall. It's a home run. So a 3-run shot to right center field. 6th home run on the season for him as they move on top 4-0.
Boy, give these guys some credit. They've come into this game swinging the bats, and they've jumped all over this guy. 3-run homer here makes it 4-0 already here in the first.
Is our subject coming off a last game in which he was really outstanding in the clutch moments, collecting a whole bucket full of RBI, so he'll be looking to emulate that type of performance here again in the 6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. So a 3-run shot to right center field. 7 home runs for him on the year now as they extend the lead to 5-0.
This is one of those situations where those unwritten rules of baseball come into play. You've got a big lead, it's late in the ball game. This is where you really need to put the brakes on the running game.
That one, as they push this lead up to 9 now. And a very good performance offensively for this bunch. But out of everyone, I think we should single out this fellow right here as our top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a couple of hits, but more importantly, that big home run, which really led his guys to this victory.
She was really outstanding in the clutch moments, collecting a whole bucket full of RBI, so he'll be looking to emulate that type of performance here again in this one. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Thursday night baseball rolls on. We'll have more after this. Ball game.
Well, he gives this ball a pretty good ride. No shot to get this one, as it's going to wind up hitting on the track and one hop of the wall out there. It's going to wind up pulling into second with an RBI double.
Solo shot to right center. Home run number 9 on the year, and they're on the board at 6-1.
Well, with the hole they've dug themselves here early, it's definitely a long road back, but stranger things have happened, and who knows?
And this
Maybe
is not a
back
back
on
play
this
when you have
home run
to
is
range
being
to your right. He doesn't really have a chance to set himself up, so this is all arm, but he makes it look routine.